Welcome to this week's Down Him with Tina show. I have got Corey Schoonover. He is the executive director of the Fairfield Area Humane Society. And I know, does she have a name?
Princess.
Princess is perfect for the show. So the reason why I asked to have Corey back on the show is because Corey has been with me pretty much since I call it my media career, when I used to do radio and then now into TV, almost my 100th show. And Corey has been, you guys, my go-to for so many things in the past. If somebody couldn't make it, or there was, an opening spot back then, and even nowadays if I need you. And I want to say thank you, Corey, and that's kind of like this little segue. And I've got Jolyn, because you and Jolyn Pugh with Big Brothers Big Sisters were my very first guest on my very first episode of Down Him with Tina. As a matter of fact, you had a little puppy, brown little puppy at that time as well. So, and it was the cutest little thing. And so how are things going at the Humane Society? I want to ask that.
They're going well. We're busy. Mm-hmm. We're busy all the time.
Yes.
We have some construction going on, mm-hmm. With an expansion, and then I want to throw out there that I made sure to bring a puppy, because the last couple times I've been on, I have not shown up with one.
And I've been disappointed.
Tina can give an evil eye. Like, she doesn't have to say anything.
No, not me.
No, but
you guys have continued to grow all of these years.
Yeah.
I mean, just as and that's why I wanted to bring you as well, because we both have that growth in our careers. And you're retiring at the Humane Society, right? You're going to be there forever.
Probably. Might have to drag me out kicking and screaming. My youngest son actually asked me yesterday, the other day, he said, "Are you going to still be at the Humane Society in 10 years? I said, probably. Why? What's up? Like, it's just a weird random question in the middle of the day.
Is he trying to take your job?
Yeah, he's like,
in 10 years?
Would you hire me if I became a veterinarian? Like, yeah, probably. Like, we need those.
That's cool.
So we'll see. But he's also 17 and changes his mind weekly, so we know how that goes too. So,
right.
So who knows? But I mean, I don't foresee doing anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get to hang out with these all day.
When you're having a bad day,
yes.
and you get
or
to go.
Or people invite me onto their show because they know that I can bring cuteness to the show. I'm like, Tina doesn't even have me on. She gets upset when I show up without a puppy, because this is the viewing. This is the ratings right here. It's not Corey's flowing hair.
It's not the cuteness of Corey.
No. It's these guys.
The cuteness of like puppies, like Princess. You continue to get the puppies in.
Yeah, so she was a situation where she had some medical issues, and
can I take her?
Yeah,
and see how she does.
The owners couldn't afford said medical. So, we've talked a lot over the years, but it's one thing that I continue to preach. I mean, we want to find as many animals good homes as possible, but at the same time, from an educational standpoint, they cost money.
Absolutely.
They get sick. They have had your own situation, I think a few weeks ago, where you brought your dog into our vet, but those are situations where people really need to, what's the long term here? Anybody's going to want to take that cuteness home.
Right.
It's a matter of, the potty training, the, getting them to sleep through the night, and then, hey, what's the medical cost going to be? And that's also why we offer those services that we do, from the vet clinic to spay and neuter to grooming, and they're all
flea prevention, all of that is involved in
geared towards helping people keep their pets in their home and afford that. And sometimes it doesn't work out, but then then I have a guest to bring, so I guess it worked out for that purpose.
But that's what you're there for, is to find them forever homes.
Yes.
And it's not easy. I have, I've got my little girl, sometimes she's sassy and sometimes she's sweet as can be, and it's all worth it, because when I wake up in the morning and she just sits there on my lap and she's just looking at me like, Mom, you're the best thing in the world, it makes all of that sassiness worth it.
Yeah.
And that's what we just got to remember. So fairhumane.org is your website.
Yes, ma'am.
Follow your Facebook page.
Absolutely, please.
Will you stick around for some kind of game?
I like to play games.
Very first show we had a game, and it was me, you, and Jolyn. So we're going to see if we can't repeat that, folks. We'll be back in just a minute. You're watching Down Him with Tina.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Life is unpredictable. That's why estate planning is important. Estate planning provides you comfort and peace of mind knowing that you're taking care of your loved ones and ensuring your legacy lives on just as you envisioned. You lived a life that is beautifully and uniquely yours. You deserve an estate planning attorney who understands that and creates a plan as unique as you and in the best interest of your loved ones. You deserve the local, trusted, experienced attorneys at Dagger Law.
Oh, ready? Oh, yeah. We get it. Welcome back. It's Down Home with Tina. I am highlighting my first responder of the month. His name is Josh Leasure, and he is from the Lancaster Fire Department. And I'm so excited to have you. I have seen you from time to time, just from my own, sometimes I'll bring off, I call it the cookie drop, or if I have treats or something like that, I will drop them off, and you will be there. Absolutely. Wow. The community appreciates what you guys do and continue to do. And Josh, I think that this is well deserving, you as a first responder, because you're the very first firefighter and nurse that I've had. So you are both.
Right.
Holy cow. So which one were you first and why?
So initially out of high school, I went to nursing school.
Oh.
I followed that path 4 years through Mount Carmel. And then while I was a nurse at Mount Carmel East Hospital, a buddy of mine down home talked me into joining the local fire department. I volunteered there, loved it. And then as I worked as a nurse, went back to school for 2.5 years, got all my certifications, and then got on here I'll be 4 years in December.
What has the ride about, what that been like for you? Because you're still a nurse, right? Or no?
Up until I went back to school for my master's in nursing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So you're in?
My master's program for my nurse practitioner.
Right now?
Right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
How do you do it?
I know that, and that married a couple years ago, and now I have an 8-month-old. So.
Oh my goodness! Okay, so not just that.
Pile it all on.
Why not? Let's just do it all at once.
So it is online through Walden University, and which makes it's very flexible, but it takes a lot of scheduling and a lot of determination of getting. Time management is the biggest thing.
That's what
getting everything finished. There's late nights. You put the kid to sleep, and and then start the schoolwork until you're done, and then.
Why nursing? Why did you choose nursing? I mean, because that to me, my best friend is a nurse. She knew right out of high school, and I'm like, I don't faint at the sight of blood, but I'm like, I don't know what I would do if there was a real wound in front of me.
So a lot of people, when they see the blood or something gory, they don't know what to do, which is fine. Mm-hmm. With training, and when you know what to do, your body goes into a fight or flight, and so when you're in the fight mode, you don't normally pass out. Your heart rate's high.
Okay.
You're passing out because I don't want to get into too much medical here, but you pass out, your blood pressure drops, and you pass out. Well, when you're in that fight mode, then if you know what to do. So,
because your adrenaline is too high for you to go, okay, I got to figure out what I got to do and do it right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So I became a nurse. I witnessed one of my friends get in a car accident, and I was kind of on the fence between engineering and nursing, and after I helped him out, I knew that's what I wanted to do. Went into ER nursing, and then then transitioned to the fire department. So
was
pre-hospital.
That choice? The ER nursing is a choice, right?
Right. Then, you can decide. You can decide whatever once you when you graduate.
Firefighting. You were probably, I'm sure you saw quite a bit in the ER nursing.
Right. Yeah.
To prepare you for that.
Well, I would say you're correct. There's a lot of we work together very well, but there's a lot that you don't see when you're in the ER. That there's a lot gets filtered.
Okay. that happens before you even get them to the ER.
Yeah.
And that's
there's a seeing both sides now. You can have respect for both the walk a mile and the shoe kind of thing. And you don't get too upset when you're on the nursing end of it, because you know what they're going through on the pre-hospital side in the house. Limited resources, limited space. So
wow, you've been there and done that pretty much. Yeah, for a while.
And it's nice to be on the fire department side of it, so I can, tell both sides, like, listen, come to common ground here, and let's not bicker at each other for it.
When you get your master's, do you think you'll continue firefighting?
Yes.
Because
that's
it's
always
something
the
that
question.
You could do.
That's always the question.
You can do both. You can.
Right. I'll get it a lot, and I got it when I was a nurse and went back for my fire. I got that question, why are you doing the fire department when you're a nurse? And when you love what you do, it doesn't matter what else, you just you do it every day. And so I'll
becomes
probably,
a part of you.
Right. Especially
at
the fire department, because you live with the people and they become part of your secondary family. So but I will probably I want to work local, so urgent care or in the ER as a nurse practitioner.
Nice. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
So what is the Lifesaver Award? We're going to talk about that.
With help with a couple of my colleagues, we went on a run last year. Long story short, she survived, and we awarded the grandson who called 911.
Nice.
And we'll provide the link to the ABC6 and made it on Facebook of us giving back to the grandson, and through Lieutenant Claymeyer, and the hospital, we all wanted to award the grandson, and he kind of put it on my shoulders to get the award together. So I went with the local guy and made a plaque, and at the festival days a couple months ago, awarded the grandson and made it special for him.
Will it be something that you'll continue
to
do then?
Yeah, so we're trying to get the formal process of nomination. So anybody in the public that goes out of their way and anything that saves the life, please nominate, and then we'll go through. And I don't know, we're kind of early in the process of if it's quarterly, if it's going to be monthly, just to recognize that people out in our community go above and beyond.
Absolutely. Please let me know and keep me on it, because I would love to be able to just work with you guys on making sure that they are highlighted, because it is when you're in that, I think, place where survival mode is what I call it.
Right.
And you save somebody's life. And like, I know you guys are like this. You're like, we're not heroes. We're just doing our job.
Exactly.
But they are a hero that day.
And recognizing that.
And even if they may see themselves as not, they do, and recognizing they need to be recognized.
Well,
because
now
that encourages others to want to be.
And the grandma's appreciation, the patient, the grandma, just to see her enjoying life still is all we wanted to see that day. And so it was awesome.
I love it. That's really cool that you guys are thinking like that and wanting to do that, which is what I think is, again, one of the things that firefighters do. Okay, so you guys are doing a fundraiser right now, the union.
We are. The union, a little bit of backstory with the union, we monthly meet and we give back. We donate to T-balls and baseball teams and soccer teams, and one of the ways we fundraise for donations, we donate to people in the community that need help with sicknesses, and so we're doing a fundraiser, the bourbon fundraiser. Tickets are online. It's very easy this year just because of COVID. We normally do a paper ticket. Now we are doing an online. You just click on and everything's electronic. The drawing starts December 1st, goes to December 31st.
And you give something away every day?
Every day the drawing. In the past it was the pick 4, and so if your numbers, I want to say it's the pick 4.
But they can
if they
go to-
match. It's either
okay.
pick 3 or pick 4. If you go online, you'll be able to tell. If they match, then for that day, it's the evening drawing, the 7 p.m. drawing. If it matches, then you win.
you win.
You
Awesome.
win whatever that day is.
And they can follow do you know the Facebook page, the actual Facebook? I
do-
know it's on Facebook.
I know.
We'll share
yeah,
it. We'll get
yeah,
it. Yeah,
it should be on our union Facebook, and then
Yes,
we
yeah,
can share
it'll
the
be all
link
that.
on there
Yeah.
as well.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. And then one thing we wanted to talk about. Oh gosh, I'm going to talk about. Just don't forget to put your clocks, or when you change your clock.
Yeah. So
we change the.
when you fall back, you need to change your batteries in your detectors.
Yes.
That is
Smoke
very
detectors.
important.
Very, very important.
Yes.
And I know
detectors
you're my.
save lives. We campaign with the United Way on that to try to
Perfect.
save a life.
Perfect. And because we had to make sure, he said you gotta do that. You get a mug, a Down Here with Tina mug. You're my first responder
Yes.
firefighter
Thank
from the Lancaster
you.
Fire Department, and some goodies. Downtown Bistro, a certificate in
nice.
here for that. Ava Jewelers for you or your lovely wife,
Yes.
significant other, and also Buffalo Wild Wings certificate and Pizza Cottage, and of course Tina's cookies.
Awesome.
You can take it back, and
Yeah,
if you want to.
I'll take
and
it back
just-
and-
you're the
and
only
share.
one that gets them. There's only a few.
That's
so,
fine.
And some yummy jelly beans in there.
Well,
So
thank you
you for
very
what you do,
much.
Josh.
Yes.
It is so appreciative, and
Yeah.
oh my goodness, yeah.
Well, thank you
'cause-
for having me on here to spread the word and to try to get hope and help out there to the community.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
Folks, don't go anywhere because I'm going to be back in just a minute. I've got a really funny game with Corey Schoonover because, it's just the way we roll. We'll be back in a few. It's Down Here with Tina.
Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Our people make the difference.
We were retiring from Tucson, Arizona, and we made a retirement trip out around Ohio, having decided that's where we wanted to be. And we came across this town called Lancaster, and we fell in love with the downtown area where the fountain is, and the memorials, and the flags, and all this stuff. And we looked around, and I said, "There's our bank, right there."
There's something to be said about a community bank in your hometown.
Right. If you live in the community, you should do business in the community as much as possible. So it makes sense to bank with the community bank where you live.
Fairfield Federal is the bank to be at. If you live in this town, or any town actually, you want to bank at a local home bank. And the employees are happy here, they're conversant, customer service is through the roof. There's nothing more you could ask for.
Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. Stop by today at any of our 3 locations and see why the difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
It's Down Here with Tina. I have got Executive Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters, Jolyn Pugh, and I am just so excited because you guys always have things going on, and it was such a crazy time last year, and I'm sure it was a crazy time for your littles because you wouldn't even able to get with them. But I know we've not got a whole lot of time, but you were one of my very first guests. You were my first guest on the Down Here with Tina, the very first episode.
Yes.
And I'm getting ready to celebrate my 100th show. And I know it's just, and it started with us,
Right,
the two of us on
absolutely.
the show. No, yeah. And just, it's been a great couple of years. And you guys are continuing to do and move forward. And you need bigs, I know that. And you're working on that. So I'm going to just let you take the road because Comedy Night was recently and it was a success.
It was great. We had the all-female show, first time ever in 12 years, which was fabulous. We had a new venue, and it worked out great. Fisher Catholic was amazing to work with. And so it was so great to have everybody together and to be able to laugh and have a few drinks and just to have a good time out and kind of celebrate the last year we've had and the good things and the bad. And so that was fabulous. But we are always raising money because we have so many kids that need us. And COVID has really showed us that there are a lot more kids that really need that connection.
Yes.
And so we are currently selling tickets for Verse Raffle.
Yes.
Which I've already called you. I was like, I need you to buy tickets, Tina. So it was great. But the tickets are $50, but you have a chance to win $5,000. And so every dollar that is raised goes directly to services to help kids in our community. And we have like 80 kids waiting right now. So we always need bigs. If you can't be a big, buy a ticket. If you can't buy a ticket, share it on Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, call a friend and say, hey, I think you'd be great at this. We just need friends and donors and supporters in the community, letting everyone know what we do, how we do it, and how they can get involved.
What is the process? The first step of anybody that says, yes, I want to do that, and what is expected of them? I think those are the two real big things.
So they just call our office, and we send them some paperwork, which is an application. We have an interview. We get some references. We do a background check, obviously. But then after all that, you get trained. So we tell you how to be a mentor. And I think that sounds a little intimidating, but it's really not. It's just being a friend.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's being a friend, being someone that has someone else's back.
Yep.
And then we kind of match based on personalities. And we ask you to spend 4 hours a month with a little person. And the kids need it so much, but 4 hours goes by so fast.
Yeah, I can't. So I started this little, on Sunday mornings, I started Sunday school, and there are just a couple of young kids, and just the little joy that I get in that hour and a half of that time every week. And you guys aren't even expecting much more than that with Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
Just a couple hours, and it's 48 hours a year, and I think we can all agree that we waste 48 hours a year.
And these are kids that need that interaction with a mentor.
Right.
Yeah, not only need it, some of them, I remember when I did a school program, they wanted it.
Yes.
They were like, yeah, I'm in line for a match for a big, but we're just waiting. I mean, when you see that too, when you're doing a volunteer program, at a school, and they're saying that, you're like, oh my goodness, how can we make this happen?
Yeah.
And so who can make it happen? You can make it happen.
Absolutely.
You can make it big. Yeah, so males and females is what you need for Big Sisters and Big Brothers?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We do have more boys waiting on the list, so we need more men. Right now is our current need, which we always typically have about 70% more of little boys asking for a mentor.
What is your contact information, Jolyn? Because I know we've got like 45 seconds.
Yes. So they can Google just Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Fairfield County, and the website will take them get them everywhere they need to be, and they can fill out a form that they are interested right there on the website.
And also that's where they can find with the reverse raffle stuff
as
well, because you've only got so many tickets that you can get sold.
Right, only 300 tickets, and we are selling fast, so it will not take long.
Awesome. Jolyn Pugh, Executive Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters. I'm just so excited to have you again, and things going well, and we'll be back again. I think it's in the spring. You've got something, right, coming up in the spring. So but we'll come back for that because I know we don't have the time. Folks, I'm going to be back in just a couple of minutes here. I've got a really fun game that I'm going to play, and then I'm going to be out, and then it's going to be the 100th show. So, and thank you for everything.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching, but I'll be back in just a minute. You're watching Down Home with Tina.
We've got a great one for you. The Blue Carroll Bulldogs. It was great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, we had a great week of practice. Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Run Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up fourth down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game. And thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you. The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
And be very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
Welcome back to Down Home with Tina. Down Home with Tina is brought to you by these amazing sponsors. Folks, the very first show that I had, I played a game, and it was with Corey and Jolyn, but it's just going to be with Corey this time, and he did really well the last time. So I have a sweet little princess puppy asleep, and we're going to see how this is going to work. So I put this contraption in my mouth, and I'm going to say a phrase, and Corey is going to have to be the one to figure out what phrase. So here we go. And he asked me if I could do this with one hand. I said, I'm a mom.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Now we'll see.
Dumb question.
If I can. Am I putting it in the right? No.
Yeah.
You ready, Corey? Okay. Wrinkles aren't really so bad. That's easy. Wrinkles aren't really so bad.
Aren't really so bad.
Wrinkles.
What?
Oh, goodness. This is when it hurts.
Legos?
Wrinkles.
Wrinkles.
Wrinkles
aren't really so bad.
Good job. Yay.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't have wrinkles. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Ha ha. Loggers don't wash floors. Loggers don't wash floors.
Bloggers don't wash cars?
Floors.
Don't wash?
Floors.
Floors.
Yes.
What
you
is
got
that?
it.
What is
I
that?
don't even
Bloggers
know.
don't wash floors.
I
That
don't know.
doesn't even make any
I know.
sense. I wouldn't think
Budapest
so.
is a place for high. Budapest.
Budapest.
Holy cow! How does one do that? Is a place for high. Is a place for high.
Is a place for what?
High.
High?
High.
Budapest is a place for.
High.
It doesn't help when you're laughing. Hi. Is your mouth hurt yet?
High.
Are you getting a close up of Lisa? Pie?
Yes.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. Where are you getting these phrases from? Like, you couldn't even guess what it would be because it makes zero sense.
Of fingernail clippings.
Say,
His
pencils?
hose of fingernail clippings.
Fingernail clippings?
His hose.
See, nothing with fingernail clippings makes sense. Whistles? Nothing with fingernail clippings makes sense.
Fist holes. I don't know if you're going to get that one.
No, I would have not got. Fingernail clippings threw me off completely.
I know, right?
Do you save your fingernail clippings? Is that what, like,
right. Who's got a fistful of them anyway?
You know, at the Humane Society, we have this. We actually have it's probably a bag at this point of the craziest toenails we've ever cut off an animal. I think it's disgusting, but everyone thinks it's fantastic.
I know, I'm looking at Josh because I don't know what to say.
Why don't we just make a necklace out of it? But there's some really funky.
Hey, shark teeth, Humane Society dog.
Yeah, I'm like, are we? What else would you guys like to save? That is just weird. Like every so often, one will be randomly sitting somewhere. I'm like, what are we doing with this? Adding it to the collection. So I thought that's all I could think of with fingernail clippings.
Oh, that is so funny.
Sorry.
Corey, you did a really good job. Thank you so much. You're
welcome.
a good sport. You always like help me out. And I don't know how you're going to be out of here though, because this is the most beautiful and precious little thing that I've ever had. Other than Sagey, my Sagey.
Is your first episode was it? When did we have the puppy on? When I was considering animal abuse charges on you for dropping it on its head. Is that still available somewhere to watch?
That clip I have a feeling is going to be on the 100th show. So that is coming up, guys. And so, yeah, I definitely hope that you will watch it. It was really fun. And by the way, and if that clip does make it, I'm pretty sure it will. We'll have to make sure it does. Yeah. Corey's hair was not quite as long because it was pre-COVID when that show took place. So he almost looks like a different man.
I'll cut this
I
when
almost
you
didn't
stop
realize,
doing your show.
Yeah,
How
I was
about
like,
that?
the only reason I knew that was Corey was because I knew him before he had long hair. Anyways, folks, just check out fairhumane.org. They are just a great organization continuing to grow, and I appreciate you and all that you guys do and your staff and your team, Corey. And thank you so much for bringing this in. And please watch next week, my 100th special. God bless you all and have a great week. It's Downhill with Tina.